Hey guys, FiZ is here, and today I wanted to talk to you all about Fortnite. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is Fortnite? Fortnite, in its simplest form, is a game where you build bases to fight off zombies from reaching a core objective at the center of your aforementioned base. Also worth mentioning is that Fortnite is in a paid early access stage right now, but once it releases in 2018, it will go fully free to play. This concept may sound extremely simple, but once you really get into the game, it really is more overwhelming than you may think. So essentially, before each mission, you can choose one of 4 classes of heroes. You can choose Soldier, Constructor, Ninja, or Outlander, each with their own disadvantages and advantages. Most of these are as you expect. Soldiers are the more all-around class, working best with simply shooting at the enemies, with good stats in all categories. Constructors are much slower, with tankier health, and a lot of their abilities seem to focus on the building aspect of the game. Ninjas are extremely fast, with their abilities being mostly movement options and specializing in melee weapons. Outlanders are one in their own. They also have movement option-esque abilities, but their real selling point is their ability to use fragments. These fragments are found from spherical orbs around the map and allow them to perform special abilities, which can be quite interesting at times. That is mostly all there is to say about the characters you can play as, but there is one more thing I'd like to mention, and that's the extremely diverse cast of characters you can play as, featuring males, females, and all races equally represented in the game. Moving on to the plot of the game, there isn't a lot to talk about. Currently, the lore is really just that one day a purple storm cloud showed up, raising the dead from the ground. They were dubbed husks, and they kind of just went around and started killing people. So currently the lore is pretty lackluster, but I definitely think that Epic will step it up with a much more in-depth lore later in the game and its development. With the gameplay, the controls are extremely tight, and although I'd myself changed a few binds, it was more personal preference than anything, so you should find your perfect settings and use them to your liking. Moving on to talking about the missions, they are extremely fun, and although a few times I felt like it was a little repetitive, once you get a little further into the game, they start adding different objectives to accomplish, like finding audio recordings and taking out enemy encampments, and this really helps to spice up the game when you feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again. One of the last things I wanted to touch on was the out-of-game experience, the things you experience in between the missions. Outside of when you're doing missions, you'll find there is a lot to do, and depending on what you like in a video game, this can be a pro or a con. The system is extremely high maintenance, and for some even overwhelming. Although I personally don't mind it, and even enjoy it, I can definitely understand how some could go without it, and would prefer if they could just play the game at its base level without all the micromanaging in the menus. Now, I'd love to get into the nitty-gritty details about those micromanaging systems, but I want to keep this video kind of short, so I'll maybe spare them for another video if you guys think you'd like that. Until next time, thanks for listening to me talk to for a couple minutes, and please tune into my next video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a friendly comment. I've been FiZ, until next time.